Maybe you're brand new to Pokemon. Maybe you're coming back to the hobby after being away for several years. Either way, today, hopefully, I can help you learn more about the investing side of the hobby and investing in sealed Pokemon product. Because there's a whole nother side of Pokemon that maybe you didn't know about people investing into the sealed product, not just ripping packs open all the time, but keeping these things sealed and flipping them for a profit in the future. This video is tailored more for beginners because I know there's a lot of new people getting into the hobby, but if you've been investing for a while, you might still find some useful information inside of this video. So, by the way, this is not financial advice. I do make Pokemon investing videos on my channel, but I always say this is not financial advice. Don't buy stuff just because I say to or whatever. Buy it for your own reason, with your own money, with your own thoughts. Anyways, to start this video, I kind of want to get a grasp on what Pokemon investing is. And air quotes maybe around the investing. I don't think you should, but some people say it's not real investing. You're buying a product to intentionally sell it for a profit in the future. That is investing at its core. I also don't claim to be an expert, but I've been in the hobby for several years now, so I feel like I've learned a lot, and I just want to share what I've learned with you. So starting off, what is investing? If you only have $50 or $100 or $200 a month to buy sealed Pokemon product, what should you be buying? Well, first, I want to say if you want to invest, you should not be opening your packs. If you are opening your Pokemon packs, you are not an investor. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's the hobby. It's buying them to open them up, see if you can get something cool. But at that point, you're a collector, not an investor. If you want to be an investor, you need to be investing in sealed product. You can also do single cards, but that's a whole nother rabbit hole, a whole different side of the hobby. I'll probably make a separate video on cards and PSA and whatever in general. But for now, we're talking about sealed Pokemon products. So like I said, if you want to invest, you need to keep your stuff sealed. Don't just rip it open. I know it can be hard. A tip I heard a long time ago is to buy cases. That way it comes in a cardboard box and you can't see the physical product itself and be tempted to open it. And you don't have to buy a case to do that. You can just keep it in the cardboard box it comes in, or like if it ships to you. But if you buy it at the store or whatever, just throw it in a box, an old Amazon box or something, and that works too. But now that we got kind of the definition of the investing out of the way, let's talk about what you should be doing as someone new in the hobby and as someone who is, you know, maybe on a budget. This is kind of what this video is tailored for. You don't have $1,000 to throw every month into a ton of boxes. You have maybe 50, 100, 200 bucks. So the first thing you need to figure out is your plan. What do you want to invest in? What products do you specifically think are the best option for you? Also, part of that plan is your budget. How much money are you willing to limit yourself per month or give yourself per month to buy Pokemon sealed product? If you don't have a plan and you are just purchasing stuff willy-nilly, it may work out for you, but it also might not. Right now, we're in a market where pretty much whatever you buy will end up going up, it seems like, but it's not always going to be like that if you're in this for the long haul. So you want to be smart with your purchases. Personally, I'm a deal shopper. You know, there's all types of different people. I love a good deal. No matter what the set is, if there's some cards at a good deal, I'm going to buy them. I just bought some Shrouded Fable Elite Trainer boxes. Shrouded Fable, not the most popular set, but they're $25 per Elite Trainer box. I've never seen $25 Elite Trainer boxes, so I bought a few of them, and mainly just to get my position in Shrouded Fable a little bit more because I didn't have much sealed Shrouded Fable, but that was kind of my plan, was to get some more Shrouded Fable in the future. Found a good deal, took the bait, and bought them. So yeah, first things first, you got to figure out your plan. You got to figure out how much you're willing to spend per month, and you also need to do a little bit of research on what kind of sets you want. Me personally, my best advice would be you want to have a diverse portfolio. I like to get a little bit of every single set, good or bad, just because you don't want to throw all your eggs in one basket. It's the same with like stocks and crypto. You don't want to throw everything you have at Tesla stock, because Elon Musk tweets something stupid tomorrow, it tanks, and you're down a lot of money. Same with Pokemon. You don't want to throw everything you have at Surging Sparks, just because it has all this hype right now. Booster boxes are 170. They haven't been this high since what else? Yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying it will happen, but it could happen to where this gets a huge, huge reprint, and these all tank, and you have $1,000 worth of Surging Sparks, and now you're down big time. So that's why I say diversify your portfolio. And that's for all walks of life, to be honest. If you're investing into anything in life, just diversify your stuff. Personally, as kind of a collector slash investor, I like to have a little bit of everything just so I know I got it pretty much. Another thing is try not to buy with emotion too much. If you are truly wanting to profit on boxes, just buy based on what you believe is a good investment and what looks like a good investment. And most of you might be new to the hobby, but just in history, what has been a solid investment? Don't just buy because, ooh, I like Pikachu. I want to buy Surging Sparks because Pikachu's cool. It could work out for you. The more emotion you put into what you're buying, the tougher it is to, turn that into the most profit if that's what you're here for. Another thing I kind of forgot to mention about your plan is you want to have a plan to sell your product. You want to have a plan to get into it first, but you also want to have a plan to sell your product. That's the big thing. With this is physical items you're investing in here, not like a stock where you can just sell on your phone. You're going to have to go to a card shop and sell this. You're going to have to list it on eBay to sell this stuff. No matter what it is, you're going to have a plan to do that. You also want to have a plan on when you're selling. I'm kind of in it for the long haul. I would love to keep all my stuff for over a decade. I don't need the money. Hopefully won't need the money. And I want to sell this stuff way long down the road. Some of it might change. Maybe in a few years, I'll decide to off some of my product and sell just because I want to get some cash flow or something. But for now, every single one of my purchases is a long hold. That's what I'm buying for. So that also needs to be part of your plan because you're going to have to sell this stuff. Investing in it to make a profit, that's how you're going to get your profit. You got to sell it. So next we'll dive into what you should be buying. If you're new, maybe you don't know, but not just any sealed product is going to be good for you. There's a lot of boxes. You go to Target, Walmart, Dollar General, whatever. There's a ton of different Pokemon boxes, and not all of them are good. Not all of them you want to be buying. The main things you should be looking at, the main two things are booster boxes and elite trainer boxes. I just have these sets pulled up here, but pretty much these from any set are solid. Booster boxes have been the king of Pokemon sealed investing forever. But with a set like 151, you have specialty sets and main sets. This is a specialty set. There are no booster boxes in specialty sets. Elite trainer boxes are your best option unless there's maybe a UPC, like a premium collection. Like this one has the Mew UPC. Other than that, though, you are looking at booster boxes and elite trainer boxes. You go to Target, Walmart, whatever, you'll see a ton of stuff like this with a promo, a giant card, 4 packs. There's a ton of them. Or you'll see some tins with a promo and 3, 4, 5 packs inside. Not always are they bad, but if you want the most bang for your buck, booster boxes, elite trainer boxes, don't mess with this stuff, especially if you are on a budget of like 50, 100, 200 bucks. This is not what you want to do. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's good. Like I mentioned, you're going to have to sell this stuff in the future, and these are not going to be that sought after. In 5 years from now, nobody's really just going to be looking up Dark Powers EX Special Collection. This is not really going to be a thing. Especially if you're in the long haul. I mean, if you're trying to flip for easy profit, you could maybe do it. If you're in it for the long haul, these special collections are not it. Trust, not it. Like I said, you gotta sell these in the future. That's the big thing. And elite trainer boxes and booster boxes sell. These do not. Sometimes it is acceptable. And that just depends on A, the promo inside of these tins. If it's like only in that tin promo. Or B, if it's a, if it's a good set too, like, if it's 151, Surging Sparks, yada yada. Or C, the Pokemon that's on this tin or on the box. That has a big part in it. It needs to be a popular Pokemon. I mean, Gengar's pretty popular. Absol has its fans, but even still, it's got like 5 packs in this box. Just not that great. This Paldean Fates tin, however, is decent. You got a promo inside of there of Charizard. You got Charizard inside here. You got Paldean Fates, which is a decent specialty set. I would still prefer an Elite Trainer box over something like this. But for 43 bucks, it's not terrible to have 1 or 2 of these sealed in your collection. Another thing that makes these alright sometimes is if there's a really sought after set inside of these. Like back in the day, you had these Walgreens tins with like Dragonite and Blissey on the promos, and there was Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies inside of those. Those are pretty good now looking back on it, just for the individual packs itself, which it's hard to tell at that time. Hindsight is always the best thing. But sometimes the tins can be good for that selection there. However, going back, you just don't want to mess with them too much. Don't put all your marbles into some tins. If you're going to throw all your marbles somewhere, throw them in Elite Trainer boxes or booster boxes. If you have $100 a month to spend and you can't even get yourself a Surging Sparks box to invest in, you're going to want a lower end box. I don't think that these are a bad buy. These Scarlet and Violet base set ones or Obsidian Flames or any of the lower tier sets are a bad buy at what they're at. You just want to find a good deal on them when you buy them. Even though they're not as sought after as some of the top sets, like I said, you want to diverse your portfolio anyway. It's not a bad idea to have a couple of these. And I mean, not too long ago, these were in the 90s, and there's still places where these are, like this one's 108, but market price is 103. There are still going to be places with these listed in the 90s. And if there's ever a booster box in the 90s, that's like money signs to me, because it does not stay in the 90s ever. As time passes, it'll at least gain you $10. You know, maybe that's not a ton, but it will not just sit in the 90s forever. Like here, I bought one of these like $92 2 months ago, already up $10. And as time passes, it should just continue going. It's not going to give you the most gains as, you know, a more sought after set, but you're still going to see some profit even with these lower tier boxes. Another product I like for specialty sets, but even still pretty solid for normal sets, are booster bundles. Usually you can get pretty good price per pack out of these things, and it's a great way to get into something, to get into a box or get into a set at a low price point. These ones are high because it's 151, but usually I'll pull up another one, but usually they're pretty low. This one's $21.99. I do know of a site, I'm pretty sure, where these are like $19.99. Pretty good price point to just get straight up packs. You're not getting those stupid promos or whatever, just straight up packs to Pro Forces booster bundles. Just a little bit cheaper option than the Elite Trainer boxes and the booster boxes. Now, another product that I don't want to forget about, because these are sneakily maybe the best product to buy right now, especially if you have $60 laying around, are Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. These things, once they sell out, they haven't really come back. Like Surging Sparks sold out, and then I think on Surging Sparks release day, they put a few more on the site, but after, I don't think they're gonna get restocked after that. And no other Scarlet and Violet set has been restocked of these things. These are solid. Twilight Masquerade still has them. This is a set that has like a $160 booster box right now. Great buy if you are trying to get some Twilight Masquerade. Plus, you get these promos, the Pokemon Center Stamp promo, and depending on the promo, sometimes the promo can pay for the box plus more itself. However, with these, you get 11 packs. You get 2 of the promos, 1 of them Pokemon Center stamped, plus all the other stuff. These are sneakily one of the best Pokemon products just because of their rarity. They sell out, they don't come back. Like I said, you got those. You still got Stellar Crown available. You also have Shrouded Fable. And then you have these Sword and Shield ones, but I don't think that these, other than like an extra pack, there were no promos at this time, so they don't really have a ton of extra stuff for you in these Sword and Shield ones. So like a normal Sword and Shield ATB is about the same. But as you can see, there's a pretty sought after. I mean, you only have Shrouded Fable, Twilight Masquerade, and Stellar Crown left. And these ones are probably left just because of the promos. I do like this Noctowl promo from Stellar Crown. I think one of these is definitely not a bad pickup at all, which I don't even have one of these. I have a normal Elite Trainer box. I might get one of these before they're sold out. Once again, you got products like these that come out, these Ultra Premium collections. They're not a terrible buy, but if you're gonna spend $120 on a sealed product, you may as well just buy a booster box. It'll be easier to sell. I mean, you get 18 packs in here plus all this other stuff, but you do get some promos in here. I guess you can buy a Stellar Crown booster box for almost $20 less than this at this point and get double the packs. It's just not worth it. There's much better stuff to buy with your money sometimes, especially if you are on a budget. You don't just have money to throw away. Just be smart. And 90% of the time, a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box or a booster box is being smart, no matter what set it is. That's all I'm really trying to teach here, is just don't make a lot of dumb purchases and you'll be perfectly fine in this hobby. Another great way to get into some older sets for someone on a budget, which there's only Asteroids and Brilliant Stars left, but it's these 3-packs. I talk about these a lot just because market price for Brilliant Stars right now, I mean, these are going to go at some point. They're finally going to sell out at some point. I thought they would have sold out like 6 months ago because that's when all the other Sword and Shield ones were going. But Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance are holding on. Like I said, if you are trying to get some older stuff at the low, this is a great purchase. And even 3-packs slash single check lane blisters are not terrible for newer stuff. I have some Surging Sparks 3-packs being shipped to me right now, so they're not bad. It's just like if you can get an ATB or a booster box, it's just normally considered like the better option. However, I think these are perfectly fine as well. Some people don't like them, some people do like them. You'll see people go heavy into just these sleeved normal single packs. So even if you only have $10 a month to invest in, you can still get some sealed Pokemon just by buying 2 of these. You know? Now, remember, the lower you invest in, the lower your profits are going to be. So you buy 2 of these, don't expect more than like $3 profit in the near future. I mean, if you're in it for the long term, then yeah, you could expect more. But I would always say, like, don't expect more than double in 3 years, just because you don't really see that too often where you're just doubling your money that easily. It's only stuff like 151 and maybe Surging Sparks here soon that are just anomalies. I think those are all my tips for beginners, stuff to be looking out for. The main gist, just have a plan, know what you're interested in, know what set you maybe want to get next. Like if you're trying to get some of every set, just kind of know what you want to buy, kind of know maybe if there's a price point you want to get in. I think if you want something, you may as well just buy it, because with Pokemon, most of the time stuff goes up. If it goes down, it's because it got reprinted. That just means you got to hold longer and it will end up going back up. Same with the plan. You got to have an exit strategy. I think a lot of people kind of forget that sometimes. You got to have a way to get out. My plan is to list all my stuff on eBay whenever I'm trying to get out, and hopefully it sells. If that doesn't work, I'll just sell in person at either card shops or Facebook Marketplace. Secondly, is the products you're investing in. Sealed is the way to go. I mean, opening is just your collector at that point. You're not investing if you're opening stuff up. But booster boxes, Elite Trainer boxes, the top 2. Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, probably tied first with those. And then after that, it's like, just stick to normal pack stuff. Booster bundles, 3-packs, sleeve packs, if that's all you can do. Really try to stay away from those premium collections unless it's like I don't even want to say a Charizard one, because there are some Charizard ones out there that just aren't great. Like there's a Charizard EX one in my closet there that not amazing. So like most of the time, just stay away from the collection boxes. But that's all my advice for anyone who's beginning, anyone who's on a budget. Just try to be smart, and also try not to invest with too much emotion. Like I said earlier, if you're investing, you're thinking money. So just invest in what you think is going to get that most return for you for whatever money you can spend. If you got $50, invest what you think is going to make you more money out of your $50. Because there's definitely stuff that will make you more. Like $50 right now could get you a Lost Origin ETB. That'll probably do pretty well in the future once those start to dry up. It could also get you 10 sleeved Surging Sparks packs. Will that do better than a Lost Origin ETB? That's a decision for you to make. I do want to make a video similar to this, but with singles and graded cards. Might be next video. If not, it'll be the one after that. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.